Colby did kind of a shitty thing that just got announced. It's a shitty thing, but let's kind of like break it down a little bit and evaluate what we think. So Colby released video footage of training where Dustin Poirier was fighting a guy, obviously not to his level. I don't know how good a level. Dustin came out later and said the guy had 20 fights and he was a decent fighter. But the guy was all geared up. I'm sorry, the guy wasn't geared up. He had no headgear. He had just gloves. It was like a regular boxing match like we do at AKA. But Dustin had like headgear and all this protective gear and everything. And then Dustin knocked him out. Like it was a flash knockout. He hit him. He hit the ground. He got back up and he sat down. And from the video, this is all from the video. I don't know exactly how it was there, but Dustin never went to the guy.
I saw it.
Yeah, so Dustin never went, just for our viewers, but Dustin never went to the guy immediately to check on him. He just started saying, and now. Now, my question to you is, since you've been around more fighters before and since me, when I was coming up through AKA, people are judging him, and he's trying to say, that was just a fighter mindset. I'm just a fighter. I'm aggressive, and that's just me, Coming up at AKA, I don't think many people have seen more champions being built, more champions in the training room, more champions in the career than I have and you have in our team. And I've never seen that. I've never seen a guy get knocked out. I've seen plenty of guys get knocked out in sparring, but I've never seen the fighter not immediately go help them or do anything else and kind of walk around and kind of gloat about it. What do you think? Have you seen that before? Is that could that be a mindset that he was just in a killer mindset and he was in a mode, or do you think maybe he's just kind of like a little different and more things are coming out about him as far as being a little bit more of a gym bully? I don't think he's a gym bully, but
it's hard to say what was going on through his mind. It definitely would have to be something that the coach would, in my opinion, that if it was me and one of you guys did that, I'm talking to you about that. Absolutely. Because it's like, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Because now you got this guy that came out there and helped you spar, and you took care of him like that, and you're making that kind of thing. It's like, what's gonna, later on, what's gonna prevent that guy from wanting to come work with you again? He goes, I ain't working with that guy. He's gonna feel very salty, and he has a good reason to be salty. So I don't know what was going on. Maybe there was a lot of pressure on him. I don't know. I do know that it's not something that I would tolerate. I would never tolerate that, because we'd have to have a talk. We have to have a talk about that. And, because I can never allow that to happen, because that just means that I don't care about the other person. I only care about the person that's the champion or the guy fighting for the title. And that's not cool. Yeah. I remember one time when Cain Velasquez, and I had him spar with one of these amateur kids, and I had Cain only play defense, and Cain was playing defense, and the kid weighed $150. Yeah. And Cain all of a sudden got frustrated. He picked the kid up, slammed him, and he brought his leg up really high in the air and put it down in his stomach. Man, I yelled at Cain. I said, what the hell's the matter with you? I go, he's an amateur, number one. Number two, you're supposed to be working with him. Why the hell did you do that? And I said, you know what? You goddamn better explain to him why, and you apologize to him. You better apologize to him. And what Cain did is not only didn't apologize to him, he apologized to the whole team. But what I'm trying to say here by labeling that, Cain's the nicest guy, but I'm just saying things happen. So what I'm trying to say here is we don't know what's going on with Dustin. So you'd have to say, hey, man, what's going on, this and that. Hey, you owe your sparring partner an apology. You owe him, you owe him. And who knows what would happen? He might have done that. We don't know that, because you're just seeing the video, but we're not seeing what's going behind the scenes. Dustin might have been like, oh, man, shit, I'm sorry. And then that guy and him could have, squashed their beef, and it was over. Covington, he's a shit disturber. He likes making shit out of nothing, and he makes shit up, and that's what he did here. He made Dustin out to be more than what it actually really was. He said the guy was an amateur, the guy was actually a pro. So that's what he does. That's what he does, and you can expect that from him. Colby is like, to be honest with you, I think he's a good fighter, and I don't think he needs to do that. I don't think he needs to do that, because he's a good fighter, and I think he could just fight. People would love Colby more so if he would stop that, in my opinion, because he's a good fighter. He is a really good fighter, but hey, that's who he wants to be. That's his fight persona. I don't think he's that way in person. I really don't. I don't think he's that way in person. I just think that's who he portrays.